Now, if it's going to be once and for all, it sounds pretty final. I mean, I would assume that I would have to contribute so that I could answer back, right?
No, you simple bitch. You've already contributed. That's why they're doing this show, to address your claims and accusations.
Why am I getting 24 hours to respond? Why do you need me there in person?
I'll tell you why. Because f you. Candace needs to have control of the situation. And if she doesn't have control, she behaves like this. This is not a serious person. This is a brat. In today's video, we are going to expose Candace's manipulation tactics. And I think we are going to uncover exactly what this whole facade is all about. And I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with finding out the truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk. But before we get into that, I do just want to give a quick shout out to Jay Witt. A few days ago, he featured one of my videos on his live stream. I guess there were people in his chat telling him to watch it. So whoever you guys were, thank you. That was really cool to see and completely unexpected. I had a bunch of people come over and comment on that video saying that they came from Jay Witt. And I'm going through it. I'm like, did Jay Witt talk about me on his show? And I went and looked, and sure enough. So I don't know. That was really cool to see. So if you're new here and if you came from Jay Witt's channel, welcome. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this, guys. We're going to go back a few days to the very beginning of this, to where Blake Neff and TPUSA make this offer, right? And we're going to break this down. So bear with me. We're going to take this slow because I have a feeling there's going to be some candidards that come and watch this video and they're a little slow. So I want to give them time to take in all of this information and really think about it, because thinking is really hard for those people, okay?
In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends, and the people here at Turning Point.
Words are very important, guys, okay? What is Blake saying here? In the near future, we are going to do a live stream where we address the claims and accusations. Where we address the claims and accusations. Let's look up the definition of address, okay? This is for the candidards. I know words are hard, guys. I get it. Address. To deal with or give attention to. So they are going to deal with or give attention to claims and accusations made by Candace Owens.
We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix.
If Candace is available, we would welcome her on that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix. At our studio here in Phoenix.
Yay! Finally, you didn't have to get through all that shade that you were throwing me to get to the point that you were willing to answer questions, okay? Because that...
Oh. Is that what Blake said, Candace? Immediately, she spins it. Yay! You didn't have to throw all that shade to finally get to the point that you're willing to answer questions. No, that's not what Blake said. They said that they're going to do a live stream to address claims and accusations made by Candace Owens. Not answer questions. They're going to take the lies, the claims, and the accusations that you and many other people have made against them, and they're going to address them. Let's go back to the definition. Address. To deal with or give attention to.
That's what Charlie did for a living. How could you guys think that you were just going to continue on and pretend like people asking meaningful questions was somehow an attack?
Is that what you guys think they're doing? You think they're asking meaningful questions? Is that what we've been watching for the last 3 months?
People. And he sat there principally and debated people because he felt that he had the moral high ground, okay? And that if those people disagreed with him, he could bring them over to his side. You guys have been actually acting and embodying the opposite of Charlie Kirk's spirit. Okay. And you did it even in this. It was like one big character assassination. And it wasn't to me. That's what you guys don't understand. You're not attacking me. You are.
So by pointing out false accusations and lies that Candace has made, that's a character assassination now. And it's not just a character assassination of her. It's a character assassination of all the other morons who believe her. What?
You're upset because you got caught lying. You're upset because you got caught with your pants down, but you cannot blame me for that, okay? These were your own errors. These were your own lies. And I was not going for a single second to let up on the pressure. In fact, I have been so strategic that I have been holding on to certain information, hoping that you would acquiesce to have a public conversation because I want to look you in the eye and I want to challenge you to lie to me.
She wants to look them in the eye. Generally, where I come from, if somebody says that they want to look somebody in the eye, it means they want to be face to face. They want to be in person.
I'm the right person to sit across from you and to ask you questions, right? Some things that you.
There she goes.
I'm the right person to sit across from you and to ask you questions. I think the entire world would like to see this discussion. I think you can do it in Charlie's honor. I'll sit there. You pick a place and time. We could have done this today, by the way. You didn't have to read all that. Okay. We all have tech. We could have done a live stream. We could schedule a live stream. We can raise money for Turning Point USA if you promise to answer every question that I have. Okay.
And there she is, throwing stipulations. She's putting out her demands on what would need to take place in order for her to be willing to do this. If you promise to sit there and answer all of my questions.
3 months on, with the entire mainstream media on your side and attacking me, which you guys didn't even stand up for me when you knew they were lying about me. You stayed mum. That in and of itself, you should be ashamed of.
That was kind of a weird thing to say, right? What is she talking about when the when the mainstream media was lying about her? TPUSA stayed silent and didn't come to Candace's defense. I don't know what she's talking about, but if it has anything to do with like the timeline of after September 10th, why would TPUSA come to your defense when you've been making insinuations and implications that they've been involved in a cover-up and involved in what happened to Charlie Kirk? What the hell would they be doing coming out and defending you for? What is she talking about?
Bread with them and refusing to have a conversation with me, and you know that I cared about Charlie. Have you no shame? We're going to find out. You can pick the place. You can pick the time. I say we do it tomorrow. We don't need to plan for this. We don't need lawyers in between us, lawyer statements. It's not how I roll, okay? I don't care about any of that. I want it to be authentic. Like I said, you can take the money. We can raise money live for this conversation. That is how badly the world is demanding it. So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything. I fully accept. I say, let's do it tomorrow.
You can pick the place. You can pick the time. I fully accept. I'll be there. Bells on, blah, 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 bells and whistles.
Let's do it tomorrow. And my only ground rule is no assassinations. Okay? No assassinations, no funny business. You can't pretend you're going to do it. And then Candace died in a mysterious accident. Okay?
No, that's cute. Well, Turning Point picked a place and picked a time. The live stream we announced on the show Wednesday has been set. At 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local time, Monday, December 15th, a collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all. We'll be live streaming from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday holds. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she is welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of the day. Words are important, guys. What are they saying here? We're having a show from our studio in Phoenix with a bunch of TPUSA and Charlie's friends, and we are going to address these claims and accusations made by Candace Owens. And if she would like to join us, the offer stands. She can let us know by the end of the day. And I want to talk about this time, okay? The timeline is important. So this was posted at 12:21 a.m. on December 4th, okay? It was actually posted at 12:18. He did an edit at 12:21. Here's the original post at 12:18. He then edited it at 12:21. Candace replies at 9:02 in the morning. Kind of weird how you didn't email or call me to ask about times or availability. Why am I learning about this on X? So she puts up a big stink and then she talks about how December 15th isn't going to work and yada, yada, yada. So at this point, she's getting completely annihilated on Twitter. Everybody is calling her out. It was hilarious. So she's on the defense right now. This is from her video that day.
After my episode yesterday, I expected, call me crazy, I expected that Turning Point would reach out to me via text, via email, that they would instantly follow up with their long diatribe and be sincere and say, okay, here are some dates and some times. When would you like to make this happen? We're going to set up this great debate. Rather,
they never said anything about setting up a great debate. There she is, spinning and twisting and manipulating. It was never set up to be a debate. They're going to do a live stream addressing claims and accusations made by Candace Owens. And it, just so everybody's clear, Candace doesn't need to be there for them to do that. They're just saying, if you would like to join us, we got a spot saved for you.
Instead of hearing anything from Turning Point, I heard from Skylar, my executive producer, this morning via text, which I'm going to show you, that I was somehow already 9 hours into a 24-hour countdown that was issued by Turning Point USA. Here is that text exchange with Skylar this morning. He 8:49 said, I'm sure you saw this. And I responded to him and I said, no, actually, I didn't see this.
No, actually, I didn't see this. Why didn't she show that? Why didn't she show her response in that text message? I want to see that response. I want to see the response with the timestamp that says, no, I haven't seen this yet. I'm going to show you guys something that I found really interesting. Original Blake Neff post, 12:18, 33 minutes. Now, is it possible that Candace Owens was laying in bed at 11:45, just about ready to fall asleep, and she's just scrolling X and replying to a post that, mind you, Milo doesn't have her tagged in, so it's not like she would have got a notification for that. I have a feeling Candace Owens saw that post at 12:18 and at 12:21. Could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I found that pretty interesting.
I opened the tweet, which went out from Blake Neff around midnight last night, and here's what he wrote. Like, how am I supposed to see this?
She and just like her vibe of like, how am I supposed to see this? I didn't see it. I even told my producer I didn't see it. How did I haven't seen it? Like, the fact that she's talking the way she's talking about it really makes me think she saw that shit the minute Blake Neff posted it.
The live stream we announced on the show Wednesday has been set. That would imply to the audiences that they reached out to me and we set a time. No, he goes on.
Yep. Manipulation by Candace Owens. Twisting it. No, what that implied to anybody who has a brain, no offense, Canditards, that the live stream that they said they were going to do, that they've decided, as you said in your video the previous day, name the time, name the place. They were like, well, yeah, sure. This is going to be the time and this is going to be the place. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she's welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of the day. Not, hey, we're going to set this up with Candace to do it. No, they said we're going to do this show. Here's the time and the place. If you want to come, come. If you don't. Can't make it, whatever. This is when we're doing it.
At 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local time on Monday, December 15th, a collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all prior to the opening of America Fest. Now, if it's going to be once and for all, it sounds pretty final. I mean, I would assume that I would have to contribute so that I could answer back, right?
No, you simple bitch. You've already contributed. That's why they're doing this show, to address your claims and accusations. I don't know that you need to contribute any more claims and accusations. We're 3 months removed. I feel like you've contributed all you need to contribute to that.
He goes on to write, we'll be live streaming, as he said from the beginning. This is going to be a live streamed event from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday holds. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she is welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of today. Why? Well, I'm sorry. If you're saying this is happening on the 15th, why am I getting 24 hours to be able to respond to you? That doesn't make any sense. That for some reason feels like this is a BS offer.
Why is that a BS offer? Candace, this is when we're doing the show. Let us know by the end of the day if you can make it. If you can't make it, you can't make it. If you can somehow make it work and you can join us in Phoenix, we'll be glad to have you. It's not a BS offer. It's their show. They can do whatever they want to do. But Candace is defensive because she was getting tore up on Twitter because she immediately was like, no, I can't do it. So she's got to spin this and somehow make it like she's the victim here, guys.
There's no reason to issue a 24-hour response and to put this up in the middle of the night, A. B, there's no reason you didn't reach out to me and say, hey, does this work? Can I check some flights, see if I can get in there? Nope. This is it. They put this up there on the 15th. The last week of our show is live. Obviously, leading up to Christmas, that's the last week of our show. Obviously, it's a pretty busy week. So I'm like, okay, caught off guard by this, but you know what? I sense this is a PR move. So let me say, you've already said it's live streamed. If an event is live streamed, of course, we can make it work any place. I mean, at any time, any day, we can make this happen, right? Because you're live streaming it.
I can tell you right now, if I were TPUSA, I would not let her live stream in. I wouldn't do it. With all of the crap that Candace has been doing over the last 3 months, I wouldn't do it any other way if I were TPUSA. You can come and show up in person and you can accuse us to our face. We're not going to let you sit behind a camera with a team with somebody in your ear telling you what to say. No. You can come in person and make these accusations directly to our face. And we want to confront you face to face. Now, listen closely to what Candace is going to say. I don't know if I like to think that she's not stupid, but she might be. I don't know what she doesn't understand about what Blake said, that they're going to address claims and accusations that she's made against people at TPUSA. Listen to this.
Let's make this sincere and do this for people around the world who do not feel that you guys have been honest and forthcoming in terms of answers that you could obviously supply regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Where did she get that they're going to give answers to questions about Charlie Kirk's assassination? Where is that coming from? Where did Blake Neff say anywhere in that live stream that we're going to talk and give answers about Charlie Kirk's assassination? We're going to address claims and accusations made by Candace Owens.
Well, if we needed any more evidence that nothing that they do is genuine and that this was an obvious planned PR move, here is what Blake tweeted out just now before we went live on the show. Yesterday, we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to allegations and accusations that you have made. We have decided that that response will be delivered during a live stream, as he said, a live stream on December 15th. Thank you for your response, letting us know that you will not be joining the in-person conversation. We will be proceeding without you. Why are you proceeding without me?
Why? What do you mean? Why are you proceeding without me? Candace, they don't need you there to address your claims and accusations that you've made for the last 3 months. I think that was brilliant by TPUSA. Here's the deal. This is when we're doing it. Show up or don't. Don't care. Doing it without you. Don't care. She's really talked enough, right? How many more claims and accusations do they need from her?
A conversation that is about me. Why am I getting 24 hours to respond? Why do you need me there in person?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why TPUSA did this the way that they did it, Candace. Because f*** you.
If you are trying to be sincere and answer the very many questions that I have brought up on this show,
No, they are not trying to answer your stupid questions. They are addressing your claims and accusations.
you guys weren't even sincere in what you said yesterday. You told some glaring lies about things that I have said. So we're supposed to trust that you guys are going to handle this discussion all by yourselves and respond to any and every allegation.
Did you guys hear that?
So we're supposed to trust that you guys are going to handle this discussion all by yourselves and respond to any and every allegation. Any and every allegation.
I thought they were only asking questions. Little Freudian slip there, Candace. Thought you were just asking questions. I thought they were just meaningful questions. Well, now they're, according to Candace, allegations.
Like I said, this is so obvious. He is being completely destroyed in the comments because what's happening at Turning Point, and I've seen this happen before, is they now believe that they are smarter than their audience, right? They think they are smarter and they're small.
And now she goes back on the attack. She's like a little kid who's not getting her way. So she's throwing a fit and throwing a temper tantrum and spinning things and trying to manipulate it because Candace needs to have control of the narrative. Candace needs to have control of the situation. And if she doesn't have control, she behaves like this. This is not a serious person. This is a brat. So after Candace's show, now all of her little stupid minions on the internet had the story. They had the twist, the spin that they got to run with. And one of those minions that she has is Jimmy Dore, Mr. Shitlib, Mr. I spit in the face of Alex Jones and was stupid enough to take the jab in 2020 and got injured by it. So now I'm Mr. Conspiracy Theorist. Everyone, including you, knows that's not how you book a guest on a show. Blake responds very clearly, of course it's not how you book a guest. We're not booking a guest and never said we were. We're delivering a response to several months of escalating harassment and lies. She was given the opportunity to join and declined. Are you following, Canditards? You guys following this? Just the day before on her show, she's basically throwing a temper tantrum like a little brat. Blah, 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 blah. Notice the attitude shift the next day.
Episode with comments from yesterday's episode because they are extremely relevant and they're also hilarious to what we are about to discuss. People who watch the show are obviously savages, absolute savages. And obviously yesterday we were discussing how they rescinded the offer because it had to be in person. Look at this comment, top comment. TPUSA takes them 3 months to respond. Also, TPUSA, you have 24 hours to respond. Like, what? Seriously, why? Where did this 24-hour thing come from and why was it necessary? The second comment, this user writes, Tyler Robinson can appear in court by video conference, but Turning Point USA says Candace cannot attend their debate by similar means. Yeah, guys, we are starting to notice some things. It's weird. And we announced.
Oh, guys, my little spin worked. You guys took it and you defended me. Oh, this is so great now. I've got such a more bubbly and happy attitude today because my little temper tantrum worked. And here's some more spin and manipulation from Candace.
Authentic. Yeah. They think you're stupid. They just think you're absolutely an idiot. And he says that that's fair. What are you talking about? My most contentious and my most viral debates have never been in person. Everyone assumes that when you extend an invite, that you're going to do whatever you can to make it happen, whether it's friendly, whether it's not friendly. When you say,
it's not a debate. They were very clear in what they said. Nobody assumed anything. Or if you did, you're an idiot and you can't read or comprehend. They very clearly said exactly what they were going to do. We're going to do a live stream and we're going to address your claims and accusations. I know I keep going over this, guys, but like I said before, Canditards are really slow and you really got to just beat it into them. We are going to address claims and accusations. If you would like to join us, Candace, you're more than welcome. Candace, name the time or the place. I'll be there with bells and whistles. I want to look you in the eye. Okay, Candace, here's the time, here's the place. Let us know by the end of the day if you can make it. Blah, blah, I can't make it. Blah, what are they doing? Temper tantrum, yada, 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 yada. Why would they do this? This is not how you book a guest.
You come out and you say that you are live streaming. The assumption is that you are live streaming because you want the internet to be able to attend. right? That's the whole purpose and function of live streaming an event, is that it invites everybody to be able to attend. So when you extend an invitation of live streaming and you don't explicitly say it must be in person, why would I assume that you're going to rescind the offer?
I feel like they explicitly said she is welcome to join us at our studio in Phoenix.
Now, demand to be there in person, live streams happening at your studio, and you said it was a sincere request and you went about it in the opposite manner, which is why it makes it really interesting that he says in the beginning that that was done at the request, at the direction, and with the approval of Erica. And that's interesting for a lot of reasons. A, I think a lot of us have been wondering, like, did she take on this role and she's actually executing? Are we still going through a transition phase? Is she still learning the part? How involved is she on a day-to-day basis? Because some of these
2,000 years later.
fumbles, like absolute fumbles, and you're wondering, is Andrew Colbert running things? Is Tyler Boyer running things? Is it coming from Erica Kirk? Because I'm having trouble, I guess, comprehending why she would green light something that the internet has now read as incredibly insincere. Of course it's insincere. I mean, you market yourself as somebody that is passionate about family, and we can't even get 24 hours to see if we can make things work and exchange things. Like, that doesn't feel honest. That doesn't come across as honest. They're telling us, all right, we're assuming correct.
One eternity later.
If you deeply care about the legacy of Turning Point USA, as you all claim that you do, or you claim that you're really just in this, Blake Neff and Andrew Colbert, and we were his best friends and we love him, then how can you treat people who are genuinely people just like Gina, donors to Turning Point USA, people who got behind Turning Point USA, people who have photos of them going to Turning Point USA, events who probably have tickets to go to Amfest? How can you treat people with such contempt? How could you think they're dumb enough to believe that that was a sincere offer, that that's how it's supposed to work, that's ever in the history?
What do you suppose this long, drawn-out attack rant is for, guys? She's trying to manipulate the situation so she can get this to happen on her terms.
If you are saying or implying that Erica Kirk is going to be there, because the reality is that would be a game changer. I think that's a game changer. I think it would be very powerful to have her there to represent the viewpoints in a way that they're maybe not being shared by Blake Neff, who is incredibly unlikable and speaks down to people. And I don't know why he does that. It's not coming across clearly from your spokesperson, Andrew Colbert, who seems to be on the road and isn't course correcting in the attitudes that are coming out, or at least telling people not to be like late night tweeting like Tyler Boyer. And yeah, it would be great if you
I'm just going to throw in a flurry of personal attacks really quick. Holy fuck.
You are saying that on the 15th, Erica Kirk, as you are insinuating that she's going to be there, right? She's directing this thing. Are you implying here that she's going to actually be in the chair and she's willing to allow me to bring things and to go over timelines and stuff? Like, can you make that offer through the proper channels? Can you actually say that, since you now have more details about how it's going to work?
How did this started? This started from TPUSA saying that we're going to do a live stream addressing claims and accusations by Candace Owens. And within 2 days, Candace has manipulated and tried to spin this into, is Erica Kirk going to be there? I would like to redo this as long as she allows me to show up and I can have things and we can have a discussion and go over questions that I have
and reopen that offer again. There's no way in hell that George can make the 15th work. I just said it. No, he shut it down immediately. And for a very valid reason. And it is not my inclination to go to Phoenix without having my team with me.
There it is, guys. There it is. Big bad Candace can't show up to TPUSA. What do you need your husband there for? Did they invite George? Pretty sure they invited Candace to come on. But oh no, she can't do it in person unless she has her team with her. Candace the coward, everybody. She can sit behind a camera for 3 months and insinuate and make implications that directly lead her viewers to the conclusion that TPUSA is involved in the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. She can do that. She can run all of this crap. But what she can't do is have the balls to show up in person on her own and face the people that she's accusing. All of this is just one big, gigantic manipulation tactic on Candace Owens to be in control. She has to be in control of this situation because she's full of shit. And she knows how quickly out of hand this could get, just like her CNN interview. So she's running scared. She's afraid, guys. Candace Owens is afraid of TPUSA. She wants to be in control of the situation. She wants to be in control of the narrative. If she doesn't get what she wants, she throws a temper tantrum, throws a fit, starts pointing the fingers, starts calling people names and saying mean things about them. Candace Owens wants to be in control of the narrative. And even bigger than that, guys, Candace Owens wants to be in charge of the narrative when it comes to Charlie Kirk's legacy. That's all this is about. Has nothing to do with finding out the truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk. It's about her wanting to control the legacy of Charlie Kirk. She wants to be the one who says who Charlie Kirk was. She wants to be in charge of what everybody needs to think about Charlie Kirk. She is stealing that away from Charlie Kirk's wife and his children. And if you can't see that, you're a mark. Let's go to her Russell Brand interview quick.
Can you explain that to me? Because I don't understand who benefits from, but I also know that whenever I've seen it my whole life, a lone gunman killed RFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. I know that's a lie, so I'm open. So what is it?
So look, I can tell you that from the moment that Charlie got shot, and I can't explain it, and maybe it's because Charlie would tell me all the time that he was going to die young, and I showed those messages, and I just knew that this was big. I knew it was big. I didn't have the players. I certainly didn't suspect Turning Point USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. And we can talk about what the motives are of that. They could be financial motives. It doesn't necessarily mean they were involved in plotting to kill him. And I've never said that. But I do believe that they have betrayed him since. And I am comfortable.
I've never said that. I've only implied it because I want to make sure that the people I'm talking to are reaching that conclusion as I try to completely steal everything Charlie Kirk built. That's all this is, guys.